being at home, being with all the family, dog walks, bike rides, lots of nice cooking.
I'm getting the chance to spend lots of time with our new puppies.
It's not that much different for me because I work from home anyway, so I'm used to being at home. It's the togetherness and everyone doing exercise together as a family.
Jobs done in the house that you would never normally do. So I've cleaned my wardrobes out, I've cleaned out cupboards, I've sorted things out. There's sort of jobs that you would always put off, but you actually get it done.
Home and doing anything I want, maybe go out on the bike, play PlayStation, spend some time with the dogs.
The best thing about lockdown for me is that I feel like I'm not on my phone as much, so I can go out in the garden and spend more time like talking with my parents, playing games, and just kind of taking a minute to relax.
What I like about lockdown is that you get to walk your dog, and I used to work at a restaurant, but obviously that closed down, so now I work at Aldi's supermarket. So it opened me up to another job opportunity in which I learnt new skills. They've put me on the door acting as a security sometimes, and from that I've come across a lot of grief from people not happy about the way we are running things, the system that we have put in place. So I have to deal with these kind of people, and it's developing my people skills and the way I deal with these sorts of confrontations.
See my mum and dad, not being able to go shopping, and not seeing my friends.
Not being able to see my friends at school and being able to interact with people who I don't live in the house with, so my grandparents and my auntie and uncle, I'm not able to interact with them. And I just feel like it can get a bit tiring, and you can get a bit bored easily, so it's just a bit hard to find something to do.
But the younger freedom of 100% freedom of movement, you have to think about things logically, and you can't get. So if I want to do DIY around the house, I can't do jobs that you want to, impromptu jobs. You have to think about things.
I don't get to hang out with my friends. I don't get to go out, and which I love to go out with my friends.
Missing the gym.
See your friends and go out and do what you want. And also my army interview, I couldn't go and see them, so I had to do it on the internet.
We've been on lockdown now for 4 weeks on Monday. It's now Easter Sunday, and I think we're going to have another 6 weeks.
Lockdown will last quite a while, and we've already been on lockdown for 4 weeks now nearly, so I think it will probably last until maybe June. I don't think the schools will go back till the new academic year either.
It's going to last a lot longer than we think because people aren't following what the government are saying.
I think that lockdown will probably continue in the UK until the late summer, and I think the impact of the virus will probably continue into next year.
This is going to go on for a long time. I think this is probably going to go on until the end of June, and we probably won't have any holidays to go to either for this year.
At least late summer is a minimum in terms of any sort of sense of normality.
I think society will be really affected by it. If you think about in the supermarkets, I think it will carry on being that you can't get too close to people. I think in restaurants, they'll only be allowing 20, 30 people in the restaurant at a time. I think large gatherings won't be occurring until we've got a vaccine. And I think for me, my job, I won't be able to just walk into a hospital until we've got a vaccine.
Will affect society because I think as a nation we have become friendlier and more caring, and I suspect this may well continue after lockdown.
Divorce rates are going to go up because couples are spending more time together, and also the birth rate will go up because people are getting a bit bored, so they thought they'd have a baby.
I think it will impact society because local businesses, people will realise that local businesses are the way to go, and I also think people will go outside more, but in the downside of it all, I think there'll be a lot of mental health issues, and people may feel trapped in their homes with abuse and stuff.
I think it'll be a lot of good things will come, so people will all see what's important, so family's important and all the basic things in life, so people will become a lot more aware of what's important.
really want to be in LA at the moment.
Turtle Beach, Barbados, but realistically, I want to be at home.
I'd like to be on a beach somewhere, although on lockdown I probably wouldn't be allowed on the beach because they'd move you on. So I'd like to just be somewhere really hot next to a swimming pool, drinking an Aperol spritz.
Be in France so I could carry on cycling.
To be at home. If it was less than a month, Barbados. Boris Johnson to play games with, because I know he likes Sudokus and lots of games. My second person would be Robbie Williams, and my third would be Catherine Middleton.
So the 3 people that I would most like to spend lockdown with are the 3 people that I'm spending lockdown with. That's my wife and my 2 children.
I'd like to be on lockdown with Boris Johnson because I think he'd be actually quite funny and quite sarcastic, and also he'd know what's happening, so I'd be able to ask him what's going on. I'd like to also be on lockdown with Jamie Oliver because then I wouldn't have to cook every night, and I'd have someone that'd be able to create some wonderful recipes to cook for me. And finally, I'd like to be on lockdown with Beverly Knight. She's a really good singer, so I'd be able to eat some lovely food and listen to some good music.
The 3 people I'd like to go on lockdown with would probably be my dog, who's an animal, but yeah. And my dog, because you can go out exercising and do long walks, obviously only going out once a day though. I would probably choose my cousin because we get on really well and there's never really something boring, we would have stuff to do. And then the next person would probably be someone who's famous, I'm not really too sure, maybe someone like Kylie Jenner, just because I feel like it's quite interesting to see how they would live their life.